All right. We back in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. You already know I'm Blue Devil, and today we back with another video reaction. Now look, we got Sacramento, Norteno, Thumps versus the OG from East LA, Lucky. Now for those that don't know, they've been going back and forth in the comment box, video after video, and now Crazy Hood Media got involved and dropped a clip. For those that don't know, Sacramento Thumps, bro, he a Norteño, right? And he's known for knocking down the Southsider and going to prison. And in the midst of, firing shots at the blue side, knocking down that dude's kid. Now, I don't know the extent of the kid being hurt or whether he passed or didn't pass. I believe he didn't, but, the full get down, I don't know it like that. All I know is that the kid got hit, right? And the OG from East LA has been sending shots to Thumps, bro. Well, finally, Thumps responded via the No Toilet Paper podcast, right? And he got some words for the OG. But before we press play on this video, very quick, I need everybody to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Our numbers been going up, all right, every day. They've been going up. And I will tell you, there's a lot of content right now. DJ Flip versus Leo Grifo, G Money versus Snowman, basically versus everybody, and a bunch of other content, bro, that I'm getting to. So expect a bunch of bangers dropping back to back to back. Now look, we gonna watch this video, and the only reason we gonna touch this up again because we've already talked about Thumps or Dumps, whatever his name is. Fuck, man. We already talked about that guy many times, and his story changes every single time. So I want to hear what he says, bro. I haven't seen this, but make sure you guys go subscribe to Crazy Hood Media. That homie be dropping nice reels on the daily. So let's go, bro. Let's see what's cracking.
So it looks like Norteno Thumps just crashed out on Maravilla OG Lucky after he claims that he was putting dirt on his name. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's load up that clip.
Now, OG, you putting some funny on my name. He's worried about getting senior discounts at McDonald's. OG, if you don't go put a diaper on and sit your ass down. What happened is, as a 16-year-old child, I ran into a 22-year-old Southsider, blasted that motherfucker. And while I'm shooting at him, his family member that he brought and chose to gangbang in front of got hit with a ricochet. Boo who.
So it looks like Norteno.
Now for the longest, Thumps had been hiding a lot of details of this situation, bro. All right, just so you know, he hadn't mentioned like how the kid got hit or any of that, bro. But let's watch it one more time, and then I'm going to break it down for you guys. Let's go.
Thumps just crashed out on Maravilla OG Lucky after he claims that he was putting dirt on his name. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's load up that clip.
Now, OG, you putting some funny on my name. He's worried about getting senior discounts at McDonald's. OG, if you don't go put a diaper on and sit your ass down. What happened is, as a 16-year-old child, I ran into a 22-year-old Southsider, blasted that motherfucker. And while I'm shooting at him, his family member that he brought and chose to gangbang in front of got hit with a ricochet. Boo who.
Okay, so I guess there's some work on the table right there. It says, let me read it. Let me read it for you guys. All right, it says, let me turn this way. It says, Prunty, who was wearing a red jacket, approached Manzo, asked him where he was from, and said, fuck a scrap, 916. Scrap and scrap are derogatory terms Norteño gang members use for Sureño gang members, while 916 is the Sacramento area code. In response, Manzo called Prunty and Chacon Buster. So Manzo is a Southsider. Prunty is Thumps. That's a weird ass last name. Both of those fucking Manzo, Prunzy, motherfucker. All right. The confrontation escalated and Prunty throwing gang signs and saying this is Norte, fuck a scrap 916, and Manzo and his girlfriend telling Prunty to keep walking and calling Prunty and Chacon busters. Chacon is probably somebody that was with Thumps. Eventually, Manzo advanced on Prunty and Prunty drew a gun and fired 6 times. That means the Southsider was walking up on Thumps, calling him a buster, knowing he was outnumbered and knowing that they had a gun and he probably didn't have shit. I mean, that's a lot of heart, bro. Which is stupid at the same time. Fucking stupid. All right. And Prunty drew a gun and fired 6 times. The bullet struck and injured Manzo and his girlfriend's 10-year-old brother. All right, look. I think we talked about this already, right? But let's call it for what it is. The Southsider was wrong for gangbanging when he had a kid with him, right? Whether that kid was his or his cousin or his girlfriend's kid, whatever the fuck it was, bro. Like, at that point, bro, you gotta be respectful for the people you're with. You know, you might be a gangster and a G and a thug, and you might be with all the business, but you gotta be mindful of the people you're with. You're with your lady and that kid. And if you didn't give a fuck about that kid and your lady, why should anybody else give a fuck? So that Southsider was wrong regardless. But you know who was also wrong? Thumper was also wrong. He was also wrong for being careless, right? For being careless. And I'm not trying to find a reason to point the fingers at nobody, because I'm not. But whoever insinuated the argument is to blame. Whether it was Thumps or the Southsider, we'll never know, because probably nobody will come come out and say anything. But I will tell you something that I heard that got me thinking. All right, let's hear this.
He claims that he was putting dirt on his name. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's load up that clip.
Now, OG, you putting some funny on my name. He's worried about getting senior discounts at McDonald's. OG, if you don't...
So he's reading from like a script, which automatically tells me he's not born for the gift of podcasting. I've never wrote nothing down in my life, bro.
Don't go put a diaper on and sit your ass down. But
okay, so he's disrespecting OG Lucky, right? OG Lucky put himself in that situation by getting on the internet and talking about anybody else, somebody else, random person he knows, whatever. The minute you open up that fucking YouTube and you fucking pick a video to talk about a certain individual, whether he's somebody you know or somebody you don't know, it opens up the box for them to return fire, bro. So I'm not like surprised that Thumps responded to OG Lucky and is disrespecting him now. Like that's the way it is, bro. You might make a video showing respect, they might not like it, and now they call you out your name, and now either it escalates or it gets dropped or forgotten. So I'm not like, oh, Thumper fucking disrespected OG. Oh well, bro. That's part of it. That comes with the streets. It comes with the YouTube now today. It comes with all of that, homie. So that's nothing.
happened is, as a 16-year-old child.
That's what got me. He said, as a 16-year-old child. You're not a child, bro. You weren't a child at 16. You had a gun. You were getting drunk. You were from a gang. And supposedly, according to you, you were with the business. You're not a child. You weren't a child. You were a child prior to you joining a gang. The minute you got jumped into your barrio, you were no longer a child. I hate to hear that shit from these grown-ass fucking men, bro. I heard it from 6ix9ine the whole time he was beefing or part of that blood gang. He kept yelling, yeah, I'm 18 years old. I'm a kid. You know, you're not a kid, bro. You're not a kid. How could you be a 16-year-old child and you were ready to blow down a 22-year-old Southsider? How could you be a child? A child would never blow nobody down. You were fair game, okay? You were from a gang. You were a gang member and a gang banger. Not a child, bro. Cut it out, bro. All these motherfuckers want sympathy like, yeah, I was just a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. Maybe you didn't know what you were doing, but you were no longer a child, bro. Cut it the fuck out. You were a full-blown gang member. You know what the crazy part is? That if that 22-year-old Southsider would have smoked this fool at 16, people would have been looking at that Southsider like a pussy. Oh, you shot a kid. You killed a kid. He didn't, dog. He killed a fucking gang member. That's why when people on the internet, bro, try to play this shit like, oh, that's just a kid, leave him alone. Quit messing with the kids. They're not kids, bro. Tommy Buns is not a kid. Pito Face is not a kid. They're gang members, bro. I don't give a fuck if I'm 35 or I'm 45 or I'm 15 or I'm 20. If you're from a gang, bro, we're even. We're all even. We're all even, bro. The 45-year-old and the 15-year-old are even when they're both gang members. All right? Because that 15-year-old will kill that 45-year-old. So we're fucking even. God damn, what is it with half of you motherfuckers out there? Are you stupid or dumb? Now look, what's going to come from this? Nothing. The OG is not going to bust a grape. Thumper Norteno is not going to bust a grape. They're both fucking woofing. Shut the fuck up or go kill each other. It's that simple, bro. That's why I don't even be beefing with nobody no more, bro, because it's fucking pointless. Nobody's going to do shit, bro. So, to Thumps, if you don't want the old man to put the extras on it, get the fuck off the internet. Get the fuck off the internet. And to the OG, if you don't want to be disrespected, get off the internet. Get off the internet. And that's the way it is, bro. Until then, people going to randomly talk shit about people. They going to disrespect people. They going to make videos. And you got to live with it, bro. Or get off the internet. And with that being said, salute to everybody. I got the DJ Flip versus Grifo video coming tonight. Next. So tap in.